The studio lights of the Kelly Clarkson Show glowed warmly, bathing the audience in a cheerful yellow hue. The familiar theme music faded, and Kelly Clarkson walked onto the stage with her trademark energy. Big smile, open arms, and a sparkle that promised fun. "Welcome back, everybody," she said, clapping her hands as the crowd erupted in applause. "My next guest is an actor you know and love from blockbuster films and iconic TV roles. Please welcome Taylor Kitsch." The audience cheered louder as Taylor stepped out from backstage. At first glance, everything looked normal. Taylor smiled politely, waved to the crowd, and hugged Kelly. But beneath that calm surface, there was tension. Quiet, restrained, and heavy. Taylor sat down, adjusting himself in the chair. His jaw tightened for a brief second before he relaxed his expression again. Cameras didn't catch it, but Kelly did. "So good to have you here," Kelly said warmly. "It's been a while." "Yeah," Taylor replied, his voice calm but guarded. "It has." The opening questions were light. Movies, fitness, life in the spotlight. The audience laughed at the jokes. Taylor smiled when required, but his eyes told a different story. They didn't sparkle. They scanned. They waited. Kelly leaned forward slightly, changing her tone just a bit. "You've always been very private," she said gently, "especially about some difficult moments in your career." Taylor's smile froze. The air shifted. The band behind them went silent. The audience sensed it too. Something was changing. "I prefer to focus on the work," Taylor replied carefully. "Not the noise." Kelly nodded, but instead of moving on, she continued. "Well, the fans are always curious," she said. "There were rumors about conflicts on set, creative disagreements, and even tension with certain studios." Taylor's fingers curled against the armrest. "I thought we agreed this would be about the new project," he said, still calm, but sharper now. Kelly chuckled nervously. "Of course, but you know how live TV is. Conversations evolve." That was the moment. Taylor leaned back, exhaled slowly, and looked straight at Kelly for the first time. Not as a guest, but as someone drawing a line. "Conversations evolve," he repeated. "But respect shouldn't disappear." A murmur spread through the audience. Kelly blinked, clearly caught off guard. "I'm not trying to be disrespectful." "But you are," Taylor replied. "By pushing a narrative I've spent years trying to move past." The smile on Kelly's face faded. Her voice remained friendly, but tension crept in. "I think people deserve honesty." Taylor nodded once. "So do I." The silence stretched. The audience leaned forward. And that's when the storm truly began. The cameras stayed close. This wasn't scripted anymore. Kelly crossed her legs, her posture firm now. "Taylor, with all due respect, you've walked away from projects before. That's public record." Taylor's eyes darkened. "Public record doesn't equal public understanding," he said. "And it definitely doesn't give anyone the right to corner me on live television." Kelly's voice rose just slightly. "I'm not cornering you. I'm asking what everyone else is afraid to ask." That struck a nerve. Taylor leaned forward, his voice low but intense. "And that's the problem. Everyone wants a headline, not the truth." The audience gasped softly. Kelly opened her mouth to respond, but Taylor continued. "I've been blamed for things I didn't control. Projects that failed because of executives, scripts that changed overnight, promises that were broken, yet somehow I was the problem." Kelly shook her head. "That's not what I'm saying." "But it's what you're implying," Taylor shot back. The warmth of the show had vanished completely. Even the audience clapping sign remained dark. Kelly took a breath. "Taylor, this is a talk show. These conversations happen." Taylor stood up. Gasps echoed through the studio. "No," he said firmly. "This isn't a conversation anymore. This is an ambush." Kelly stood too, trying to salvage the moment. "Sit down. Let's talk." Taylor grabbed his jacket from the back of the chair. "I agreed to promote my work," he said, "not to relive trauma for ratings." Kelly's voice cracked just slightly. "Walking out doesn't make you look good." "That did it." Taylor turned back, eyes blazing. "I don't care how it looks," he said. "I care how it feels." Dead silence. Then he walked. Straight off the stage. The audience didn't know whether to clap or stay quiet. The cameras hesitated before cutting to Kelly. who stood frozen, shock written across her face. The screen faded to commercial, and social media exploded. Within minutes, clips of the confrontation flooded the internet. Headlines screamed, "Taylor Kitsch storms off Kelly Clarkson's show. Explosive clash on live TV. Most awkward talk show moment of the year." Fans took sides. Some defended Kelly, calling it fair journalism. Others praised Taylor for standing his ground. But behind the scenes, the truth was deeper and darker. Sources revealed that Taylor had explicitly requested certain topics be avoided. He had opened up privately to producers about the mental toll of being blamed for industry failures. Those boundaries were crossed. Kelly released a statement later that night. "I never intended to hurt or ambush Taylor. I respect him deeply and regret that the conversation went in a painful direction." Taylor didn't respond immediately. When he finally did, it wasn't with anger, but honesty. Walking away wasn't about ego. It was about self-respect. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is leave. The public reaction shifted. People began sharing their own stories about boundaries ignored, pressure to perform, and the courage it takes to say enough. What started as a scandal turned into a conversation. And that walkout, it became more than a viral moment. It became a reminder. Not every storm is about chaos. Some storms are about clarity.